Greetings, everyone, and welcome. December the 3rd, 2025, 11:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I can confirm to you 100%, yes, there was a scheduled meeting between Witkoff and Zelenskyy that was supposed to unfold after the meeting in the Kremlin, but we now see this thumbnail and this title. This is a big twist. The Kremlin told us to go straight home. I personally believe that is highly probable. They need to get back and report the results from Putin. And Zelenskyy, of course, is going to say expected. This news was meandering its way through European, Ukrainian, Russian sources last night, but today we do have it confirmed by Ukrainian sources that I trust, and that is why this video from last night is so important.
For the timeline, our colleagues now will travel back home. We will all discuss all the matters that we've covered today, and I believe they will then reach out to us by phone, and then we will continue with our discussions. Thank you.
So you see now why that little statement there was so important. Our colleagues are going home. Huge to understand that Russia absolutely is in control of what is happening, especially when you send Witkoff and Kushner there. Witkoff and Kushner were supposed to meet with Zelenskyy in Brussels today, but canceled that meeting, according to Euronews. But now it's confirmed everywhere. And that's why the Ushakov stating they were promising to return to Washington after negotiations with Putin. I can tell you as of right now, we haven't heard anything from the United States. I will say this, though. Let me say this before we jump into that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. We're almost at 150,000 subscribers, and we want to say thank you, and you are very much appreciated. Let's continue on. So now, what are the news articles dropping? And by the way, the biggest news I'm going to save for the end is about Putin heading to India. It's equally large. Let's say it that way. So let's go back here. Telegraph reporting, just little things here, guys. Putin is now in the driving seat. I completely agree with that. Bild reporting, and that's in German there, but I can tell you that it's reporting that Pokrovsk is completely fallen and Russia controls all of Pokrovsk. In fact, right now, we are hearing that there is potential of X amount of soldiers surrounded in Mirnograd. That would be Ukrainian. I cannot confirm that, but we will be watching that. Make sure you have the notification bell on, and we'll keep you posted. By the way, I received a call this morning just a little while ago from a good friend of mine, Ukrainian hero, soldier, commander. He called me and he says, Grisha, that's what he called my nickname. Greg, Vojna будет. And that was it, meaning the war will be. The war continues. And we had a nice conversation, but just a lot of disappointment there in how those meetings went yesterday, coming from Ukrainian soldiers that I talked to personally. Dmitry Peskov coming out today and started randomizing about what New Year's truce. He was asked, are we going to have a truce for New Year's, like for Christmas or something? And he says, there's no discussions. And I have heard nothing in regard to this other than the question that you have asked me. We now need to flip over to the European Union narrative, and that is Margus Sakna, excuse me. He is the Estonian foreign minister. And I think he actually hits the bullseye here off of these talks that just happened in the Kremlin and where we are headed to today. So here is Marcus for you guys to listen to.
It's not naive, this is reality. But I said before as well that Putin is not changing his goals. We must focus on these actions, what can bring this, that Putin should change his goals. Now Putin is putting conditions on the table, and we would like somehow to discuss about this. No. We must put more pressure on Russia. We know how to do it. There is a plan. There is a plan for that. We have sanctions, we have frozen assets, we have support to Ukraine. Ukrainians are fighting. Actually, Putin would like to carry the narrative that he's winning the war. But please, all of you, follow what is really happening on the battlefield. There is no strategic breakthrough. There is no any kind of strategic success. But he's just putting this on the table, and everybody is very deeply concerned that we need to now make a deal.
So you can see, even he's spot on. He's spot on. As I showed you earlier, the headlines pushing all the narratives. Putin's in the driving seat. In the negotiations between Russia and the United States, Putin absolutely is in the driver's seat. On the war front line, he's not in the driver's seat. We all are aware of that. Ukraine doing an incredible job against all odds defending their country. So here he nails it. And on purpose, I left up Skabeva on this video for you guys because I wanted you to see that Russia getting this out even quick. I mean, as soon as it drops, Russia is pushing every narrative. And of course, it's through on this one, Skabeva, the propagandist. So let's continue on here. And this is very important now. Very important. Because this is a big stickler for Donald Trump. And look at this, guys. By the way, there's something in here that's going to probably not surprise you, but be interesting for you. So Putin on the way to India. He's got a 2-day working visit in New Delhi. And remember, it's the United States saying, oh, the tariffs on the oil and everything stopped. Forget it. Oh, it's over. No more Indian money heading into the Russian war machine. Putin's on the way to a 2-day state visit. They're going to be visiting the Gandhi memorials, historical memorials, but it is a state working visit. Talks are scheduled for 2 days. They'll be both in a narrow and expanded format, meaning one-on-one and also with a group. And ladies and gentlemen, Vladimir Putin on December 5th will be striking with the champagne bottle, the launching of RT India. Russia Today, India will be on the air December 5th. Broadcasting to over 1 billion Indians. Yes. Both leaders will participate in a big session of the Russia-India Business Forum. There are over 10 intergovernmental agreements and 15 commercial deals that are on the table. Putin and Modi are anticipated to issue a joint statement and also do a press conference together. And after that, they will be open to media for questions and conversations. So what do you say? This is what's happening in the world right now. And this India story, we will be all over it updating you, but this could be much larger than we actually understand. That's where we're at today, guys. That's where we're at today. This little cartoon clip rolling through the world, Putin and Trump. And I actually pulled off some of the graphics because they're pointing loser to Trump, winner to Putin, all of this stuff. I don't want that. I'm just showing you this is the reality. I mean, I just watched a video clip of Pete Hegseth sitting on a sofa somewhere talking, I think the best thing that could happen is maybe Trump and Putin and Zelenskyy just have a good dinner together. Then they can figure out everything. It is very unfortunate that a lot of leaders in the world do not understand the root issues that are not in Kyiv, but the root issues that are actually in the Kremlin. The root issues are in Putin and his regime. So where do we go from here? A lot is happening. I will be focusing on Mirnograd and Pokrovsk, trying to get out the updated information about how many soldiers are surrounded there, if it's true, and what is going on. We'll keep you posted on that, as well as I'm waiting for official American responses to these meetings, of which, as of now, I have seen zero. I'm talking official, zero. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing, liking, commenting, and subscribing. We appreciate each and every one of you. We said it, I think, Saturday, that this week that we're in now was going to be landmark and changing, and we are witnessing it. Be blessed, guys.